Welcome back to the channel. I just want to let you know the next couple videos are going to be a little different from my normal. As you can see here behind me, we have some, well, you can't really tell, but we've got some dirt bike plastics in here, and we have some graphics you can see here. Here I have already opened one of these rolls like that. It did not want to lay out very flat, so I used the heat gun to let it lay out a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get these other ones open, try and get them to lay out flat, and I'll show you on the next one that I flatten out how I go about doing that. This is the first time I'm doing it. If I'm not doing it right, put it in the comments and help the next person that's watching this video. I don't know how much this matters. I am going to cut these out individually just to make them easier to deal with, I think. Once I get the plastics out and I start laying these out, I'll know a little bit more about how I feel about putting them on. So I'm going to go ahead and do these other two, which will be for the other bike. So we got 2 sheets per bike. I'm going to go ahead and get these other ones done, and we'll go from there. So this is for a KX85. Here we've got the side panels, the front cover and the shock covers, radiator cover or shroud, rear fender, and the front fender. I'm going to go ahead and open these up and see where I want to get started. I just finished doing the KX85, the green set that I had here. I'll go ahead and show you those now. So here you can see they are all done. We're going to start on the YZ, the blue set here, and I will go ahead and show you how I ended up installing these. And all I really used was some soapy water. This knife's kind of handy to have just to peel the pieces off of there. And I do have a squeegee that is typically used for a wrap, but I found though that just the water, the heat gun, and my hand did most of the work. So I'm gonna set this on the tripod and we will go ahead and get started. On the first round, on the green ones, what I did is I cut out all of the pieces individually over here, but now that I'm comfortable with this, I'm going to spray the soapy water on here. I'll go grab the sticker, peel it off, and then put it on here. So we're going to be starting with the number plate for the front, and all I'm going to do is try and find the center here, and then here we can probably use the squeegee to smooth it and lock it in. For this first one, I'll go through it with you being able to see over here and over here, and then we'll just focus on the work going on over here. I'm trying to go ahead and move the camera. So what I'm going to try and do is get the edges where they line up decent. And because there are several curves to this, it's not going to be 100% perfect. And here you can see there's a gap still at the top. We're not going to worry too much about that. There's a gap here at the bottom, but we're just going to get this center stuck down. We're just going to work it from the middle out. Okay, we're going to go this direction. Alright, so we've got a pretty good start, but you can see there's a what we would probably call a finger. I know window tinners would call that a finger. I'm going to heat that up and push it out. So now we need to work the edges a little bit and see we're not stuck down here yet. So I'm going to work this contour here and then we'll get into that part. I don't know if you can see it on here, but there's a little bit of a bubble right here. All right, we're going to work this edge right here. And with these graphics, you can set your edge right where you want it, like that right there. And then as we heat it up, we can work these wrinkles out. And one thing you do want to do, the heat will help the adhesive adhere better. So once it's stuck down, it's a good idea to go back through and heat it up just to activate the adhesive. So I've got 10 minutes on the clock here. I don't know, this probably took about 7 minutes to do this piece. I'll do a side panel so you can see how I do that. And this is only my second set of dirt bike plastics, so it's not terribly difficult. And with a heat gun and a little patience, I think about anybody could take this on. So let me switch over to another piece. So this one's going to be a side panel. Obviously you can see that. This is probably where I found the most difficulty on the other set, so I want to show you that real quick. So again, we're going to wet out the plastic. Bring the decal over, and what I'm going to do is line up this hole here, and then we'll try to orient it where it looks like it's going to line up on the edges pretty good. But unfortunately you're not going to know until you get going, because there is the contour. It's going to move a little bit. So I've got this centered kind of how I want it. This edge looks pretty good. So I'm just going to start with getting this bottom piece nailed down, and then we'll move on. And once it's pliable, we'll check our edges and make sure we're happy. Like this edge, I manipulated a little bit to go that direction. So now I do see this edge here. I'm going to heat it and try to pull it this direction so I can get it, this rounded edge right on that corner. Alright, now we're going to work our way up this direction, and again, we'll keep an eye on this edge here, make sure we're happy. So I'm going to start here and push into this divot. And if you have a wrinkle or something, let it cool and then you can peel it back up. Okay, at this point we're ready to go and push this over this edge right here. And just heat it up. Right, so there you have the number plate and a side panel. This one's got quite the contour to it, and I think we're going to be in good shape here. I might try to work out some of these either air pockets, or there might be some trapped water like that. Now the trapped water, just like window tint, should evaporate and suck back down, or at least that's what I've read. All right, well, now we're on to the radiator shrouds, and you can see I've got those laid out here on the other table. Over here I've got the shrouds, and then I'm pretty sure this is the rear fender. So we're gonna go ahead and get these shrouds taken care of. Right, so there is one of the radiator shrouds. We're gonna go ahead and hop on the next one. Alright, I'm going to trim this off and then we'll start on the next part. Well, looks like we're on to fenders. Alright, we're going to do this front bumper, and it looks like the piece that goes on here probably comes up to here, down in through here and to here. We're about to find out. Alright, we're going to move on to the other one. Well, here you can see we do have the YZ set done, and there's still a few pieces left over, and I'm going to say this is probably the gas tank. That'll be the gas tank. These might actually go on the fender, so I might need to see where those go. Okay, I forgot we do have two more for the front fender. It's these that go on the side here. So let's take one final look. We've got the YZ And then this is for what's left on the bike. We got the swing arm, pretty sure gas tank, and I'm not sure where these go. And then we have the Kawasaki. But now I'm just gonna go over all of it, heat it up, and make sure it's down on all the edges, and then we'll be done. So, well, then I'm gonna be done. Full disclosure, this is the first time I'm actually doing these, so I might not have all the answers. Thanks for watching. Hopefully if you found this to be helpful, maybe take a look around the channel, see if there's anything else that I do that may also be helpful to you.